Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's a girl Journey. Thank you for stopping by again today. We'll be making these beautiful outfits together. Please like, subscribe, share my video. Make sure you comment your review, please. So first, this is the material I'll be making use of. I'm marking 3 inches. This will serve as the button area. So it's 3 inches. I'll be folding it in this way. This is the front pattern, so I'll go ahead and pin it down. So after pinning it, I'll go ahead and mark the shoulder. The shoulder I'm working with is 8 inches. That is 16 divided by 2 is 8 inches. So the next thing, I'll be coming down by 8.5 inches for the armhole. Then I went ahead to draw a straight line. So on the shoulder, I will coming down by 1 inches for the shoulder slant. So this is the shoulder slope. So I'll be marking 3 inches width for the neck. The shape I'm making use of is not that clear, so I'll be marking 1.5 inches for now, which I will later trim out if it's not up to the neck around. So I'll be marking the full length plus 2 inches, full length of the top. So here I'll be inserting the bust measurements, divide by 4 plus 2 inches, 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch for hemming for allowance. So I went ahead to draw the armhole. You can make use of your French curve. So here I'll be inserting the hip measurement, divide by 4 plus 1 inch for ease. So I went ahead to connect the bust to the full length. Here I will not be making use of waist measurement because I want it to be a little bit free. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. The next thing, I'll be placing the front to the back pattern. I measure 3 inches up because I want the back. So this is where the 3 inches for. The back is 3 inches longer than the front. So I'll mark the 3 inches, then I'm going to straighten the line. So on that line, I'll be coming down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. Then I'll be marking the neck width, which is 3 inches, to connect it to the shoulder slope. So I'll go ahead and trim out that shoulder slope. I'll be flipping it over this way. There is a video that I I make a tutorial on how to cut shirts. If this one is not that clear, you can check out the video. So here I'll be cutting out this area. It's about 1.5 inches. I'll follow this line. I first mark 1 inch here, which I will go ahead and trim the remaining half inch, making it total of 1.5 inches for the back also. So I'll go ahead and pin here so that I'll have a secure pattern. Remember, what I pinned is overlapping with 0.5 inches, so please make sure that you overlap it this way. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it, I'll go ahead and notch this area. This is the new shoulder. So the next thing, I'll be cutting the sleeve. So I'll be cutting out the sleeve. I'll be cutting the 2 sleeves at the same time. So this is the length I'll be making use of. It's 13.5 and the width is 9 inches. I'll make the notch 9 inches. That is the upper arm. Then I went down by 4.5. Then I will come in this way by 4.5 also. So I'll make the curve. Remember, the sleeve is a kind of free also. So here I'll be inserting 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So that is it for the sleeve. So for the trouser parts, this is the starting point. This line will serve as starting point. The next thing, I'll be minusing 1 inch for the band. Then from that 1 inch, I get my hip line. I make use of 8 inches for the hip line. Then from there also, remember I'm minusing 1 inch at the top. I'm inserting the cross line. I make use of 11 inches for the cross line. Then from there I will get the full length. I make use of 43 inches for the full length. So on the hip line, I'll be inserting hip measurements divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch for allowance. 1.5 inches for allowance. Then on the crotch line, I'll be inserting lap measurement divided by 2 plus 1.5 inches. Laps measurement divided by 2 plus 1.5. So I'll be connecting the two lines this way. Here you can make use of your French curve if you cannot get the curve this way. So from there, I'll be connecting the line straight to the waist line. I have a tutorial on how to cut out a palazzo. If you do not understand this very well, you can check out the video. So from that line, I'll be coming in this way for the waist measurement, divide by 4 plus 1.5 inches. So from this line, I will connect it to the hip line. So I'll connect it this way. So from this line, I will connect it to the full length. Then on this part of the pattern, I will come in by 1 inch because the trouser is not a straight. Our body is not straight, sorry. So I'll draw the laps line to meet the full length. It's a palazzo, but not that big flare. So that is it for the front pattern. I will go ahead and cut it out. So on the waist, I will not be going down by 1 inch as usual because I want the front part to be a up also. So for the back pattern, I'll be placing the front this way. So here I'll be going up by 1.5. At this point, you can make use of 1.5 2 inches depending on how big you are. So I went up by 1.5, so I'll be connecting it to the waist this way. So the next thing I'll be doing is to add 2 inches from the flap area down to the full length of the trouser. 2 inches. Here you can make use of 2.5 2 inches depending on how big you are or how free you want your trouser to be. So I'll be coming out this way. So with help of French curve, I'll be connecting this line to meet this line. So as you can see, the two lines are meeting each other. Keep your French curve this way, you will achieve it. So on this side of the pattern, I'll be coming out by 1 inch. You can make use of 1.5 1 inch. I'll be connecting it to the hip line. So that is it for the back. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So that is it for the front and back. So this is the cape, or you can call it the pocket cover. I'll be placing this one on the top area. Is 5 inches by 8. So this is for the two sides. I'll be placing this one on the top part, that is the shirt part. So this is the band, is 3 inches wide, then the length is around the waist. So for the side pockets, I'll be making use of 12 inches by 10 inches. So the length will be 10 inches while the width will be, sorry, the length will be 12 inches while the width will be 10 inches. So this is for the pockets at the trouser side. So for the cover of the pockets, I'll be making use of that the same 10 inches. Remember, the width of the pocket is 10 inches while the length is 12. So for the cover is 10 inches by 5.5. So I will go ahead and slash the front pattern of the shirt into two. Now I cut it on fold. So I'm going to divide it into two this way. I'll go ahead and notch the midpoint. So this is how it's looking like. I'll go ahead and fold it this way to meet that notched area. This is for the buttonhole and button. So after pinning it down this way, I'll go ahead and sew it down. You can make use of ironing here. You can use your hemming tape to iron it down, but I choose to sew it down. So I will do the same on the other pattern. So this is it after sewing. I've stitched that area down. This is how it's looking like. So I'll go ahead and come down from shoulder. I came down by 7 inches. So here I'll be placing the pocket cover here. The top part will not have a pocket, but it will have a cover. So from there, I mark from the button area. I went out by 3 inches. Then from that area, the line I mark here is 4 inches. Just watch. I'll insert exactly what I did here to other side. This is 3 inches from the button area. From the shoulder, you get 7 inches. From the button area, I came in by 3 inches. Then from there, I mark 4 inches. So this is where I will inserting the filler. So this is the pocket cover. This is the pocket cover. We'll go ahead and stitch it this way. So this is it after stitching. So I measured it and it's 5 inches. It's more than the place I shot. The place I marked is 4 inches, so I'll be making use of this 5 inches. So I turned it out this way. This is how I'll be placing it. So I'll go ahead and remove the other side and pin this side down first. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'll go ahead and sew it down this way using a small inches. It's like 0.3 inches that I used to sew it down. It's not even up to half an inch. So after stitching it, I'll flip it this area and sew it down again. That is to top stitch it. This is it after top stitching. So you go ahead and iron it. So this is the second part. So here I'll be joining the shoulders. I will use 1/4 of an inch to join the shoulders. So this is it after joining the shoulders. The next thing I'll be doing is to put the sleeves. Remember, this is the shoulder that we're making use of. Just watch carefully, you will see the shoulder we are making use of. The stitch area is a kind of down. The place that we notched while we were cutting is the new shoulder, remember. So I'll go ahead and this is the notched area. So I'll go ahead and notch the center of the sleeve this way. So I'll be placing the right side facing each other. Don't mind this thing I'm showing, is the right side facing each other. I will sew it down this way, then I'll sew the other side this way. The right side facing each other, remember. So this is it after I finish joining the sleeves. The next thing I will be measuring the neck area. So we have 18 inches, that means we are the right side. It's 18 inches, so I will go ahead and cut out the collar. So for the collar, I want the collar to be kind of big, a kind of bold, not tiny, and it's a freehand cutting. Just watch and see how I did it. For the top part, I'll be making use of 15.5. Is 3 inches shorter than the actual neck. This is for the top part, the folding part. So it's 6 inches width and the length is 15 inches, remember, 15.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and stitch it this way. So after stitching it, this is what we have left. So I'll be turning it out this way. So I'll go ahead and measure it now. It's at 15 inches dot now. I'll go ahead and measure the actual neck on this one. This one will be the one to join to the neck. The actual round neck is 18 inches, so I'll be marking 18.5, which I will use half an inch to turn it out. So at this stage you can make this particular one to be smaller. This is what makes the cape to be on a bigger side. So what I have here is 6.5. So I'll go ahead and slash it into 2. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get the midpoint. I'll go ahead and get the midpoint. So this is how I'm going to place it. The right side facing each other, then the other one this way, the right side facing each other. So I'm going to use this to turn out the middle one. I'll go ahead and stitch it with half an inch. Then I stitch this area too. This is what I'm going to stitch. So I'll go ahead and stitch it and come back. So this is it after stitching. When you turn it out, this is how it's looking like. So I went ahead to cut out these edges to enable it to have a smooth edge. So this is how it's looking like. The next thing is to join it to the shirt. So this is how I'm going to join it. So I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve. Then after folding the sleeve, I'll go ahead and join the back and front together. That is, stitch the allowances I added. Stitch it with the allowance that I added. So for the trouser part, For the trouser part, this is how I'm going to stitch it down. The front, one side front and one side back. I'll go ahead and stitch this area. So I'll go ahead and stitch this area first. This area that I'm about to pin, this side, I will go ahead and stitch it first. With the allowance that I added, which I will do the same thing on the other side of the trouser. This is one part of the trouser. I'll stitch it down and do the same thing on the other side. So for the pockets, I'll go ahead and sew this side down. The longest part of it, I'm going to sew it down this side, this way. So I'll go ahead and sew it. After sewing, this is what we have. I went ahead to iron down the other side of the pocket that I did not sew to have a neat edges. So this is how I'll be sewing it down to the trouser. This is the part that we have sewn. We have joined the front and the back by the sides. So I came down by 15 inches. This is how low I want mine to be. You can make use of 13 inches also, but I want mine to be at 15 inches. So from there, I will go ahead and place it this way. Place the pocket this way. I'm pinning it down first. The sewn area is at the top. That will serve as the opening of the pocket, while the other places that I iron down is the part I will sew to the trouser. So I'll go ahead and secure it first with pin, after which I will do the same thing on the other side of the trouser. This is the one side, so I'll go ahead and sew it down this way. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So this is it after sewing. It's looking neat. It's very neat. So the next thing I'll be doing is to sew the pocket cover. First of all, I'm going to measure the pocket to see what we have left. We have 8 inches left, so the pocket cover will be 8 inches at dots also. So I'm going to mark is 10 inches, so I'll be using 1 inch to hem the edges, which I will cut out the excess. This is it, is 8 at the middle. So I'm going to sew down these places that I lined with chalk. So after sewing it down, I cut the excess out. So I'm going to turn it out. This is it. So this is how I will be inserting it. I'll be inserting it very close to the pocket, but not that close. I'll be leaving like 0.2 inches space. So I've already sewn it. I'll flip it over to this side and sew. Make sure that you're not covering your pocket opening, please. So this is it after I finish sewing. This is the second part. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join the flap area. So at this point I'll be inserting the waist measurements, hip measurements. So just watch and see how I'm inserting the waist measurements and the hip measurements. Here the measurements I'll be marking is divided by 2, not by 4.
So I've went ahead to join it, and this is what I have left. So from the middle, that is
So
from the
I'll go
flap,
ahead and
I'll
place
go
the
ahead
hip
and
measurement also.
stitch it down with the allowance that I added, which is half an inch, or you can make use of 1 inch depending on how free you want yours. So the next thing I'll be adding is the band. After band, I'll go ahead and add zip, then hem the down part, and that is it. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe and share. Don't forget to comment, please. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.